Jenny.
You got it.
You got to step up your game. Tell you what.
Sorry.
Well, hello, everybody. We're live. We have no viewers yet, but I got to do a little bit of maintenance here. So we connect to the TV in the back, because that way we have a sweet little graphic that highlights Grow Clinton and our sponsor and Junior Achievement of the Heartland. So we'll be up there.
Wait till you see it. It's so amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Andy helped me with it a little bit, but pretty much I got that all together. No, I didn't do one thing. No.
Yeah.
Lie. That's a lie.
Jenny's a rock star.
No.
When it comes to tech.
No.
Please go this direction. You'd think we haven't done this 85 times. Boom.
You got it.
That's how that works. You guys are impressed, I can tell, by your silence. Don't worry, folks. We have one viewer. That person out there is like, come on now.
They're learning about podcasting.
Figure it out, Andy. Gosh. Okay. I feel comfortable doing this show. We've only been live for 1 minute and 51 seconds, and I have yet to even hit the record button.
It's educational.
It is. There's a lot of moving parts. And I promised myself that I would not be the only one who knew how to do this, that I would teach Jenny
Yes.
and our friend Matt, who's the VP, how to do all this stuff, but I have yet to do so. So it is what it is. You ready, Jenny?
Yep.
You're listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Grow Clinton is a 501c6 nonprofit economic community development and tourism organization based in Clinton, Iowa. For more information, visit growclinton.com. Again, that's growclinton.com. Now, back to the show. What's happening, all you lovely listeners out there in Podcastville? Welcome to the greatest podcast on the planet Earth. That's right, folks, the Grow Clinton podcast, brought to you by Grow Clinton, a small nonprofit organization located in eastern Iowa, right along the mighty Mississippi. As always, I am your host, Andy Sokolovich, president and CEO of Grow Clinton, joined on this 85th episode by Jenny Home. What's up?
Nice. Oh, I'm so excited because today we have Junior Achievement we're going to speak with, and then tomorrow we have Lieutenant Governor. So we've got
Lieutenant Governor Chris Knoyer is going to be with us, tomorrow morning, 9:30, correct?
9:30.
Yeah.
So we've got Junior Achievement today, and that's so much. We talked about having the future the other day when we had some high school kids in here.
Yeah.
And that's what this is too. I'm so excited about it.
Oh, that was a good interview when we had those
Yeah.
young professionals join us. You know what I get excited about, Jenny?
High-speed fiber internet.
High-speed fiber internet. That's right, folks. The Grow Clinton podcast is powered by, there they are, Miles Communications. Check them out, milestelephone.com, milestelephone.com for all your high-speed fiber internet needs. Jenny, did you know they have television and telephone too?
They do?
Two as in as well?
Yes.
Would you like to have a landline? Do you still have a landline?
I do not have a landline, but I'll tell you what, I'll take a landline
I would have been
any day.
50-50 on you having a landline.
I know. People would. Because you know why? I'm old-timey.
Yeah, you're old-timey.
I'm old-timey.
Is that your horse and buggy parked out back? No, I joke. But today we have an awesome 85th episode of the Grow Clinton podcast. We are joined by Scott and Brittney from Junior Achievement of the Heartland. Thank you so much for joining us on the Stu Studio and the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you.
You guys are really excited.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't stop smiling. I get it. It's exciting. Well, Grow Clinton is all about ensuring that we have an adequate workforce prepared for the future. We do a lot workforce development, specifically Stacy Borgeson from our office. She's our talent attraction and workforce development guru, and she's worked with you guys in the past. So tell us a little bit about Junior Achievement of the Heartland, and then we'll go down the list of things that you want to discuss during today's show.
Sure thing, Andy. So Junior Achievement has been around for over 100 years, and we do a lot of important things in our local communities that we impact. We talk a lot about three pillars, financial literacy being the first. What does that look like for kids in our community to be good with their money?
Or adults.
Or adults.
Mhm.
Or
exactly.
adults.
Adults, for
We
sure.
need-
I'm
we
going
need
to be
a lot of
talking to you
that.
after this.
Absolutely. So we talk a lot about financial literacy. We talk a lot about work and career readiness, and entrepreneur being the third piece of what we do.
Yeah.
All of what we do is done in kindergarten through 12th grade. So we're working with a lot of local schools to make sure our youth are empowered to succeed in a global economy. And ultimately, we want them to be good and productive citizens that give back to the community that they're in.
So what phase do you get with the students when they finally start realizing that when you're an adult, this is going to be work and it's going to be expensive,
Yeah.
and you got to get in front of it and control it? How old are they when they start to realize that, and what are their reactions?
You know, we build on our curriculum. So it starts from kindergarten of learning needs and wants, learning about their family. So they're probably starting to put some of the pieces together when you're talking about, well, do I need this new video game, or do we need clothing and shelter and food and water? And then we build on that curriculum into the high school level, where we're talking about global marketplaces and, you know, resumes and things like that. So eventually they get there, but
Yes, but needs and wants. I mean, it sounds simple, but they're adults. You
Yeah,
can't-
I try
you
to
know?
have this conversation with my kids. It's like,
Yeah.
do you need a new gaming computer? Yes, it's a
Right.
must-have. I will die without it. What are you willing to go without if
Yeah.
you get a new gaming computer?
Yeah.
But my son, probably pants.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Shoes.
He'll go to-
Shoes.
he does
Mhm.
not care.
Right.
Yeah, he does the old pick up his stuff off the floor and give it the sniff test to see
Yep.
if he can wear it to school that day.
That's
and
a
they go
boy.
to a
Teenage boy.
Catholic school and they have a uniform. So I don't know how long he wears a blue polo until the stank sets in. This is great. And so what exactly, Scott, do you do for junior achievement? What is your position?
Yeah, so I'm the senior vice president.
And don't worry, I'm not Elon Musk. You don't have to email
Yeah.
me
5
what
things.
you do all day. I just am generally inquisitive.
Yes, I'm the senior vice president for community relations. So what I do in my day to day is I go out and secure a lot of the funding that our programs need, because all of what we do is no cost to students and teachers. So I work with a lot of businesses to support Jay by way of financial contributions. Talk to a lot of people in our community that believe in youth and just have a passion for it. So they'll want to give in terms of time, talent, or treasure. So that's where I spend a lot of my
Time,
time.
talent,
Yeah.
write that down.
Time,
Jenny.
talent,
Absolutely.
treasure.
Time,
Mhm.
talent, treasure. That's what we need here at Grow Clinton. Brittney, what do you do for the organization?
yeah, I am our student events manager. So as I'll probably chat about a little bit more, we do a lot of student-focused events, ranging from now elementary students to high school students. We've got a lot of high school program events that kids can come.
Now, we
compete
probably
in.
have a mutual friend. Do you know Matt Rebro by any chance?
We
Yes.
are very familiar.
Matt Rebro. Good dude.
He is.
Russell Construction.
Yes.
We work closely with him. Specifically, he had me down to go through BizTown at
You
the old
have.
facility.
Yes.
And that was really cool. I wanted to be the radio personality, and I was. That's what
Very
I
good.
did.
My nephew did that.
Yeah, it was
For
so
BizTown.
cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
So what are some of the events? I mean, if you're talking about, let's say, a elementary school event versus high school event.
Yeah. Well, we've actually got a new partnership that has recently come up. The Quad City Storm is hosting a Kids Run the Show night focused on 4th through 6th graders. The kids are going to job shadow the different employees.
Oh, I
that-
thought you were going to say hockey players.
Woo!
I'm like, going to teach them how to fight.
They can be stick kids, they can be the head coach, they can be the
Wow.
DJ, the MC, the general manager, work in the box office. There's
Whoa.
tons of opportunities for them. That actually just the registration for that went out this week, and we've never done an event like this, so we weren't sure what to expect for interest, but it sold out within 24 hours. So we've got every position filled. We've got a wait list of kids looking, to join
Sure.
as well. So
So when you send out this
Wow.
communication regarding these events, who's your target audience?
at this time, it's our teachers, our educators, principals. That's generally who we have the contact with. So we send it to them and ask them to forward it on to parents. And it seemed to be very well received. So we're super excited to see how the night goes and how much fun the kids have.
That sounds like
Yeah.
kids. I would have done that.
I would have.
Right.
I would have made sure my parents got that.
would have wore a
information.
suit,
Yes.
slicked back my hair like an old school hockey coach.
Yes.
Did that an interview?
Started some
yeah.
chirps. You
Come
know what
in-
chirps is, right? You know
What?
what that is? It's when you give the other team some
Talking
flack.
smack.
Oh.
Talk smack.
Yep.
You say
Okay.
when the refs come out here, say, "Here come the three blind mice." You know?
Uncles.
Larry, Moe, and Curly, give them some chirps. I love hockey, by the way.
I can tell.
It's awesome. Only next to the Philadelphia Eagles, a Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh,
Right.
we didn't
do
know.
I'm a huge Eagles fan, in case you guys
Huge.
didn't know.
Huge.
They're like, why are we talking about the Eagles? Let's
No.
talk about junior achievement in the Heartland. Okay, I get it. You're here for a reason. Tell us some more about your programming and what areas you serve from a geographic standpoint.
Yeah, great question there, Andy. We covered 24 counties in total.
Wow.
So we're up and down the Mississippi River, all the way up to Alameda County, throughout the Quad City region, and then all the way down to Keokuk, Burlington, Muscatine as well. So 24 counties in total. Really, what was go back to your question again? I totally lost it. My
No,
bad.
you cover the geographic area, but what other things do you need in order to be successful? You said time,
Time, talent, treasures.
talent,
Yeah.
treasures.
So volunteers are a huge piece of what we need to pull off our programming, because that's where the real magic happens. So we get community volunteers, business volunteers that will go in two classrooms, whether it be a second grade program or a high school program, and they'll deliver the JA curriculum that we have developed, but they'll also be able to share those real world practical experiences with students and kind of paint that picture in terms of how they got to where they are, what different life directions they took, and how all those things come together. There's no real way to get from A to B or A to Z as long as you're prepared, and that's a lot of what we do. We just get kids on that right
So
direction.
if somebody wants, sorry, Jenny, but if somebody wants to be a volunteer, what kind of time commitment are they looking at?
Yep. So for a lot of our elementary programs, it's not a ton of time. I volunteer in our kindergarten classrooms quite a bit in second grade. Elementary programs are over the course of 5 different sessions, and those typically take about 30 to 40 minutes. And then as you get into some of the middle school programming and our high school programming, you might see about 45 minutes up to an hour there. There's more to cover, a little more meat and potatoes. But in total, 5 to 7 weeks is really the commitment there. And you work with the local educator, and between the two of you, you really determine the frequency. Maybe you go in once a week over 5 weeks, or maybe you go in 2 or 3 days a week, 1 week, and 2 days or 3 days the next week. So
Very cool. So not extreme.
no.
So if you're out there and you're listening and you represent a business, or you've had some success in your past working for an employer, and you want to get involved in junior achievement, how do you go about that?
Yeah, you can visit our website. I assume you'll probably have that on here somewhere.
JA.org?
Heartland.ja.org.
Heartland.ja.org. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we can get you hooked up with either elementary or high school age classroom in your local community that we serve. Yeah.
And you get to know the kids. I mean,
You
in
do.
that amount of time, you can, get to know them. You make a real impression on them, and it's life-changing for them.
It really
Absolutely.
is.
Yeah. I mean, when I tell this story frequently. We just talked about this at a staff meeting a few weeks ago, but I vividly remember junior achievement from when I was in second grade. A local real estate agent was the volunteer. And I remember at that time the curriculum was you had to work in an assembly line to create a donut, and you had to work together. You had to understand what was the outcome, and it had to be done accurately and quickly. And he brought in donut holes. So
Smart.
naturally,
Yes.
I remember him, and it
course.
that's what has driven me to be a JA volunteer for the last 10 years. That's what has driven me to now have a career with junior achievement. And I see his name still to this day in the community, and I just remember who he is. So it really
Nice.
does have an impact whether you realize it in the moment
And it's
or
great.
not.
I mean, that's the thing. In the moment, you, as an adult, you don't know when your moment is to make an impression.
Right.
But if you get into the schools and you do volunteer work like that, you'll have a moment, and people will remember you, and you make a difference in someone's life.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I remember a police officer, canine officer,
Ooh.
came into our school, brought the dog, did a demonstration.
Wow.
It was very impactful, except for where it was my father
Oh, God.
which, it's not as cool when it's your parent, but it was my dog.
Yeah.
And he was going through all the steps and everything, but it was impressive to see my dad
Yes.
actually performing what he did for a paycheck. It wasn't just the guy that came home and was like, oh, long day at work, So that was really cool.
My dad
Yeah.
did that once when I was in 7th grade. He came in and spoke to, and I thought, okay, my dad's insurance, man, what is he going to talk about? And he
Dad,
came
make
in,
this sound cool.
yeah, kind of, and he went in, and I was really proud of him. And at the end, one of the kids came up, one of the guys in class who thought he was all that, came up and said, your dad is so cool. And I thought,
You said what? Your dad is so cool?
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Your dad is cool.
He was cool.
Well, because
Yeah.
one of your other dad's hobbies was what?
He was an Elvis impersonator.
Yep.
Oh.
Doesn't get much more cooler than that.
No, it doesn't.
That's
Oh, it was so awesome.
Yeah. So talk to me about how often do you have kids come to BizTown?
So
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, kids come through BizTown a tremendous amount of times. So each fall and each spring, we invite students in. So they're there throughout the course of, say, October through the first part of December. And as we get into February, throughout the month of, I would say, into April and May.
Just before school lets out.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So we give them a little bit of runway before once school starts, and then obviously at the end of the year
Yeah.
to wrap
It
things
is such
up.
a cool
So
program.
It is. BizTown and Finance Park are super unique. No one else is doing this type of programming in our region. And it
Because you get like a little debit card, right, with a balance on it, or you have to go to
You
the
do.
bank and apply for one.
You do. So in BizTown, the idea behind it is there's 14 different storefronts that really kind of create this little community, little city. And so there's like a bank, there's a credit union, then there's anything from like John Deere, Arconic. So there's different businesses like that where there will be a president or a business manager, and maybe someone doing sales or marketing. And these students go through this process of understanding what does it take to run a business, and then they have to make sure they can pay their bills, pay their employees, keep the lights on, and things like that.
Right.
So it's a real great simulation for them to go through for a morning or an afternoon. There's prep work on the beginning that their teachers go through with them to prepare them for the day of. And then on the other side of the house, we've got Finance Park, where that's much more situational, where a student will be given a life situation. So maybe you're a single parent with 3 kids, and you need to figure out, okay, how do I budget
Yeah.
this month?
I could have used that.
How do I,
Yeah.
what do I do to afford groceries? How do I pay the utilities? I've got a car payment. Maybe I've got to pay rent or my mortgage. What does that look like?
Do they come out all stressed out?
Yes.
Do they? Oh,
Yeah, because they don't want to. They don't want to fail. They don't want to let anyone down.
that's right.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's a great great opportunity for them to see what it actually looks like and why it's important to learn those skills earlier
Right.
in their academic journey versus all of a sudden you graduate and you're like deer in the headlights, like, what do we do? How do I do this? So
Yeah.
we're setting kids up early and often to have success there.
Smart.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Now, where are you physically located?
Yeah, so the BizTown, our JA Inspiration Center, is located on John Deere Road in Moline. We also have an office in Moline as well. Just
Okay, very cool.
Nice.
So no longer in the Davenport location.
BizTown is no longer in Davenport.
Okay,
So the
got it.
building was old. The lease was up. Tired facility. We've got a great relationship with Vibrant Credit Union
Mm-hmm.
down the Quad Cities, and we've got about 13,000 square feet on
Wow, that's
the back end
substantial.
of the old Sam's Club down there, and it's just a bright,
Perfect.
vibrant space. Kids are really enjoying it.
So again, you will reach out to the educators
Yeah.
at the school districts.
Correct.
You will share opportunities, and then it's up to those educators to rally the troops, get the students ready to come down and take advantage of those opportunities. And then how can we at Grow Clinton make your lives easier?
I would say just promote JA and the good work that we're doing. Our mission, again, is to inspire young people to succeed in a global economy. And we want kids to be prepared to hit the workforce running. Maybe they don't go to college. Maybe they go right into trades and manufacturing or healthcare or you name it. Maybe they run their own fitness club and they're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Things that our kids are going through right now, I think would be of incredible importance to Grow Clinton to want to retain and attract local students that help create a vibrant community here.
And you're going about it the right way, because what you're doing, I mean, that all of that could be very dry and, sleep inducing, but you're going about it the right way. I'm so interesting. And, you've got some really dynamic programs that kids love, and that it's a biz town. Okay. Yeah. I remember my kids did that. And every time I would say, because it's so cool. The parents wanted to go too.
Yeah.
I'll chaperone. Already full.
Yeah.
That's because they didn't want you to go.
They didn't want me to go.
I tell you what.
Spaces fill up quick.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Really cool. Again, we're talking to Brittney and Scott from Junior Achievement of the Heartland, located in Moline, Illinois. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Grow Clinton, and we'll be able to share that information with Scott and Brittney and get you connected. Again, if you're interested in teaching some classes, you're always looking for opportunities to seek volunteers for that.
Yes.
And I'm very excited. Are you guys doing your thing at the airport again this year?
We have our JA Inspire event coming up. We've moved facilities from the airport. We just needed a little more space inside. So it's going to be at the Clinton County Fairgrounds in DeWitt this year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes, I did hear that. Very cool.
Yeah. So we have about 25 local businesses that will come showcase what they do in the community. And we invite local 8th grade students. So we've got 8th graders coming from all over the Clinton County region and some from the Illinois side as well coming over. Nearly 500 area students. We really had heard a need that at the younger level than high school, when these kids are choosing their career path, as soon as they get into high school, they're starting to pick their classes and generally on some kind of a career path. So really it's to get these kids exposed to what those different career clusters are in the area, what their opportunities are, and what they might be interested in. And it's a career fair style expo. However, we push our exhibitors to have some kind of a hands-on experience for these students. So they're not just walking around collecting flyers or business cards. It really is something meaningful that they can touch and feel and interact with.
And when is this?
That is happening on May 8th. So
May
coming
8th.
up, yeah.
Okay. And all of our districts are aware?
Yes, yep.
Cool. Very
Yep.
cool.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's
I
so
love
cool.
the opportunity to get hands-on. And I know like Alliant Energy, we've done things with them in the past. I don't know if they're coming or
They
not.
are.
But they usually bring a segment of a pole and they
Yep.
teach the students how to maintain that equipment. Don't ask me what it is.
Yep.
Wow.
They were there last year and did very similar thing.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have anything else you want to add before we close this out? Any calls to action, must know type of stuff?
Couple things that I would put a call to action on. One would be the month of March is Jersey Mike's is a big supporter of Junior Achievement, and they've got their annual month of giving throughout the entire month of March. And then on March 26th is their day of giving. So during the month, a portion of proceeds comes to Junior Achievement to support our programs. And then on the day of giving, 100% of all of their sales will go to support JA programming. So
And that's
awesome.
March 26th?
March 26th. Yep. So
Looks like we're eating a Jersey Mike's
I'll
on
go.
26.
You don't have to
Jersey Mike's.
force me. Yeah, I'll go.
And then I would also call for folks in the Clinton area, volunteer. I mean, think about it. Don't get scared about going into a classroom. We do as much as we can to prepare folks to enter into the classroom. Just to make sure they've got all the materials that they need. We go through and do volunteer training to get folks comfortable. But we really need core groups to help us finish up this school year, because we don't want to see any educator have their requests go unfulfilled, because that in turn, we're missing opportunities there to impact students.
Right.
So
Very cool.
Those would be the two biggest things.
Yeah.
Brittney, anything else?
No, I mean, that's the bulk of it is volunteers.
Let's just do it.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
do some amazing stuff, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Stay awesome. I love it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Junior Achievement of the Heartland, folks. Jenny, what do you got planned for the rest of the week? What day of the week is this?
This is Thursday.
Oy. Gotta get stuff done. Gotta get stuff done.
Weekend's coming.
Weekend's coming tomorrow again, 9:30. If you're listening to the show live, we will be back in the morning for a special guest, Lieutenant Governor Chris Conoyer, which I know is a JA fan as well. She does a lot of work, obviously, in the education space as a former school board member and volunteer within the school district. So we're very interested to see what she has to say tomorrow morning. We haven't done a morning show.
We've never done them. I can't
I'm
say
gonna need
never,
some
but I don't
coffee.
think so.
I'm going to need some coffee.
We got to bring the energy.
Got to bring
Bring
the
it.
energy. Bring the swagger.
Bring it.
All right, everybody, you're listening to the greatest podcast on the planet Earth. That's right, the Grow Clinton podcast. Once again, sponsored by Miles Communications. Check them out, milestelephone.com. milestelephone.com. Visit the website, give them a call, find out if you're in your area for wicked, fast, high-speed internet. My name is Andy Sokolovich. We'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Thank you for listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on all your socials. Until next time, see ya. All right, very good. We'll end the stream. Thanks for watching. See you.